There's one. That's a good one. Golly, a dadgum biggin. Hey guys, welcome back to Project E. A little bit different, well, a lot different. I'm pretty excited. First of all, we're in the house. Got Boomer and Sooner here behind me. I need to feed them. They're sitting there, they're pretty hungry. I hadn't fed them yet this morning, but I'm fixing to head to the lake, and it's gonna be the first part of a mini series where I go fish one lake, actually one creek arm throughout the year. I wanna try to see where my bites come from, see if they move out the creek, in the creek, you know, how many bites I get. I'm gonna document all that, document the water level, water temperature. It's gonna be a lot of fun, guys. I think you guys are gonna enjoy it. I know I'm gonna learn a lot from it, and fishing one creek arm multiple times throughout the year. You guys follow along. Be sure you hit that subscribe button, that bell button. It's gonna be a fun series to watch. I'm gonna learn a lot. I think you guys are too. Let's go. So the lake that I'm choosing here is Oologah Lake. It's basically a 24,000 acre lake. This creek arm that I'm gonna fish is Blue Creek. It's kind of just on the lower end of the lake. It's not a monstrous creek arm, just to zoom out here. This is it right here. This creek arm right here is Blue Creek. I'm gonna spend my whole series, multiple episodes right here in this. You know, it's got 3 different feeder creeks. It's actually, looks like it's got some coal pits in the back. I don't know, it's gonna be interesting. Oologah Lake is a tough lake. It's not like a Guntersville or a Rayburn or a Grand or a 10 Killer or Table Rock. It's not loaded with fish. It's a lake that they use for flood control. This thing will fluctuate 20, 22 feet. I mean, it gets super high, gets super muddy. It does clear up in the summertime, but it gets tough in the summertime. You know, like a big tournament stringer here is like 15, 18 pounds. You know, that's in the spring. In the summer, you know, like those jackpots is 2, 3 fish stringers are like 6, 7 pounds. It's not a great fishery. So it's gonna be tough, and I may be really scratching my head when it comes like that January, February time to go do this next episode. I may not get a bite out there. I may be like really like kicking myself, and you guys will be laughing at me, but I think it's gonna be fun, guys. I'm looking forward to it. You know, looking at the map here, you know, when I look at this, you know, it's got some really flat channel swing, you know, flat, but then drops off, it looks like to me, you know, little flat rounded points. You know, this is obvious channel swing here with all these big, deep rocks, and it flattens out all around here. I have to think I'm gonna catch fish on these bluff fins. In my mind, that's where they should be, but who knows? Let's get out there. Let's go figure this thing out, guys. I'm done looking at Google Earth. I'm ready to go hook up to the nitro. I'm ready to go out there, put my boat in on Blue Creek, the first one of a lot of them coming, fishing the same creek arm all throughout the year. Let's go. Here we are. I hadn't even got to make a cast yet. I was gonna start in the back of this pocket, or the back of this main creek that comes in here, and I'm already stuck. I've never been back here. So I was just gonna approach this, you know, like I'm gonna start in the very back, I'm gonna work my way out just to find these fish. I expect to find them in the back, and it didn't take me long to get stuck. There we are, I just dropped into the creek channel. You can see how shallow and muddy it is back there. One, I don't fish this lake very much. Even though it's so close to my house, I don't fish it very much. So I'm kind of looking forward to it. I'm gonna get out here and figure this deal out. And right off the bat, I noticed there is shad flipping everywhere. You guys gotta look right there. Just turn around and look right there at all those shad. That's incredible. Another interesting thing about this lake, you know, when you guys are gonna watch this series, you know, so we're gonna do this multiple times throughout the year, but this lake fluctuates big time. It'll get 20, 22 feet high in the spring. It'll flood bathrooms, parking lots. I mean, that water will go back up in those woods for a long ways. And if I have to fish one of those months, it's gonna be challenging because, you know, it'll be interesting. We'll get out here, we'll do it, but, you know, it's a lake that definitely fluctuates. Okay, so we came to the back. I'm digging mud, you can see right there underneath the trolling motor. I'm gonna start working my way out, and I feel like I'm gonna find them somewhere between here and back out towards the main lake. And that's one thing about this series. I'm gonna do this entire series in this creek arm. I'm gonna fish this one creek arm throughout all the different seasons of the year. So I'm kind of interested in seeing the results. You know, where these fish move, where they travel. It's gonna be kind of cool. I just hope I can catch some. A little chilly today. One thing that I'm gonna pay attention to today, you know, a lot of times when you're fishing across the country and you got a pocket that's just chock full of shad like what we have here. I mean, there's just shad flipping everywhere. I'm gonna really look today for areas that has bigger shad. You know, all these shad in here seem to be about that size. I feel like I will get in a more productive area when I start seeing shad that are a little bit bigger. I don't know, you know, that's not always the case, but for me, it's one of those things that I try to pay attention to. It'll be interesting to see. There's one. Oh, that's a big one. What do I have? My first bite is a good one. Golly, and it's not a bass. That's a catfish. Hooked in the tail. A channel catfish. As we're hitting stumps everywhere. Dadgummit. Hey, buddy. Well, there's also catfish in here. And I thought I had me a big one. Oh, I got slime everywhere now. Well, catfish in here. No, we know there's bass. We'll catch some. I was just fixing to jump to the other side. There's one. That's a bass. Oh, that's a good one. All right, all right, all right. Yes, sirree. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. Come here, buddy. Oh, yes. Look how fat that fish is. I hooked him under the chin. So what's that tell me? Does he, let's see, he had to go down on that bait. Try to get him unhooked here if I can. All right. So that's our first bass. I would definitely call him a 3-pounder. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's let him go. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so I'm gonna put my first waypoint on here. And we're gonna make 3-pounders. We're gonna make them that symbol, and we're gonna make them green. All right, it's one 3-pounder right there off that stump on 3 foot of water. He hit it on the chin. So he had to, let me think about that. He had to come down on it, I feel like. So maybe I need to bring it up in the water column a little bit higher. All right. Off the creek channel. Creek channel goes to that side, but on the biggest stump in here. So interesting. It was a good one. All right, first fish of this series. I'm pretty excited about that. Hopefully the first of many. Show how these fish move around on this lake. Kind of excited about this series. I think it's going to be really, really cool. On a spinnerbait. Okay, let's keep going. I was just about to cut over to the other side. I caught that catfish right there, and it made me make about 3 or 4 more casts. And then we caught that bass, so cool. Cool, cool. Again, I've got to make myself do it, because so many times I get in such a hurry to make that next cast. I'm trying to remember, was I on the bottom or was I up when I was reeling that bait? I feel like I let it sink down a little bit to get to the bottom. Remember, guys, always analyze your bites. That's important, that's important. That fish was actually on a little bit of a break. It went from about 1.5 feet to 3 where that stump was sitting. I would say this watercolor right here is probably average for the year. This lake will get dirtier than this, and it'll also get, there's one. Yes, 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 it's a fat chunker. Oh, it's another solid fish. Yes, 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 yes. He ate it like he's supposed to. What a cool fish. He's not a 3-pounder though, but he's a 2-pounder, 2 1/4. Thanks, buddy. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We didn't go very far. Establishing a pattern there. 2.5 feet of water. Same, that stump right there and that stump right there. I mean, they're boat length apart, my first 2 bites. I'm gonna put a waypoint here. For anything under 3 pounds, I wanna make the same symbol, but it's gonna be red. So, there we go, we got that. I assumed, you know, this is what gets you in trouble when you assume something, that I was gonna catch them on channel swings today. And not on these flats, you know, not on the flat side. I thought they'd be more staged up a little bit, you know, just getting ready to go more into a winter pattern. And, you know, we're on a flat here. I like it when they hit it. Oh, that's fun. It's hard to beat a spinnerbait bite. We started fishing at 11:30, you know, so I'd like to try to keep track in this series, you know, how many hours we fish out here each time, you know, just because that's going to have an effect on how many bites I get. So we started today at 11:30. Took us 10 minutes to get back here and we caught 2 really quick, so that's kind of interesting. There's shad here because I'm still seeing them on my electronics, but they're not the same shad that's back there. The ones that I've seen here that's come up under my spinnerbait, they are bigger and there's not near as many. Back there, you know, it's just wall-to-wall shad. Here it's not that way. So I'm out right in front of where those wall-to-wall shad were. Funny how you get a bite. I was headed to the other side, to the deeper side. And that catfish bite kept me over here on this side and we caught 2 bass. Oh, son, golly. You guys, I hope that shows up on film what I just did to that spinnerbait. I just fluttered that thing. There's a stump right there that I brought that spinnerbait by, and right when I got past it, I pumped it. And right after that's when this big old gargantuan one hit it. Yes, look at that one. Oh, I love it. He choked that spinnerbait. Oh, buddy. I gotta figure out how to get that out. I don't want to hurt you. He ate it. Like, ate it good. I'm gonna get him out. I'm not gonna hurt him. Let's get that piece right there. And it's coming out like that. Oh, that's why we bass fish. Figuring it out. I mean, I'm out here figuring it out on the fly. I hadn't been out here. I'll tell you when the last time was I was out here. We filmed a video when this lake was flooded, fishing falling water. That was the last time I was out here. So you guys can see that, but thanks, bud. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay. It's coming together. I got to put a waypoint right there. That was a 3-pounder. I said 3-pounders are going to be green. We got it. And that is directly across the creek from where those other fish were. Interesting. So they're not all the way in the back. They're right here where this first 5 foot of water is, basically. But a key to take away from that fish right there was, man, just pumping that spinnerbait. I just trying to make it do something else. When you have so many shad in the water like this place is littered with shad. You got to make your bait stand out just a little bit, and you know, burying the tree, pumping it, fluttering it, all those things. That's what's going to help you get more bites and make your spinnerbait be different from what's out there. All right, guys, and a little bit more here. Let me see what time it is. We started at 11:30. It's 12:15. So I want you guys just to get like how I'm attacking this, because we've been out here 45 minutes. So we started in the back and we're working our way out. And I'm gonna work my way all the way out to our boundaries. We'll establish the boundaries of this creek today, because you know this is a multiple series event that we're gonna do, and we'll establish. I'll show you the mouth. I'm not gonna go past the mouth, and we're going to fish this whole series in here. And I'd like to at least do 6 or 7 different videos. You know, I can't say that I can do one every month, but I'd like to at least do one, you know, every month and a half, just to kind of keep tabs on how these fish are moving. And I'm going to tell you guys right now, it's going to get brutal ugly. You're going to have to watch a few videos this winter. I may only catch 1, 2, or 3 if I catch any. So this lake is not a wintertime lake. Man, good ones are eating today, aren't they? Yes. It's a fat one. That is one of the greatest things about this time of the year. They are eating up, eating shad, just big old fat fish. Not a 3-pounder, but he's a 2-pounder, close to it. All right, buddy, thank you, thank you, thank you. One thing I want you to notice, super important, guys, is to pay attention to your contour line. You know, I was coming down the bank, I caught that fish right there. That bank looks like it's deep, like you'd go just straight down it, but I actually have followed this contour out, this 2.5, 3 foot contour out, all the way out here. I'm sitting in 2.5 foot of water. That fish came right there. I'm not saying you couldn't catch anything up there, but my bites today have all been real consistent, 2.5 feet on a stump. So pay attention to your electronics. That's why you got them on your boat. Oh, I forgot to put a waypoint. Hold on a minute. Okay, 2-pounder is red. Hey, we're 50-50. Oh, golly. That was a bad hook set. He flat flushed it. Oh, the boat was going to it, and it's a big one. Come here, buddy. Come here, buddy. Oh, I got him. Oh, if you can't laugh at yourself, nobody can laugh at you. That's a good one. I'd say he's right on that 3-pound mark. All right, that's interesting because, man, that contour line came back in, and I'm back in that 2.5 foot of water, and that's the first one I've caught up close to those rocks, I feel like. But man, what a bite. Yeah, y'all quit laughing. To me, at this point right here, you know, when we looked at this on Google Earth, this is another spot I feel like there should be fish. It's just prime, you know, it's got a channel swing, it's flat, deep water close by, but really shallow water, you know, for a long ways out. So generally speaking, in the fall, this would be a good one. Oh, whoosh, that was a giant. That was a 6-7 pounder, like that big. Holy smokes, I went to look at my phone. Oh, dang it. Dang it. Wow. Gotta get a little bit deeper, Edwin. I'm gonna mark that, guys, just so we have record of that. I saw that fish, it's a big one. I mean, it was a for sure big one. I didn't catch it, but I should have. Okay, so we got here at 11:30. It's now 1:30, and I have caught 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bass, and I had one more really big bite just right there. I fished all the way out of stretch, and I really thought I'd catch some fish because it was just one of the last channel swings going into the back of that creek. I only had that one big bite there, so I'm almost getting out to my boundary. You know, I'm going to cut this thing off for this series across the mouth of this, and I was going to look at the back of this pocket. You know, the lake's low, and that's one thing I know I've said this, you know, in the intro, but I want to say it again. I do not fish this lake very much, and I especially don't fish this creek arm. It's just, it's the biggest, most predominant creek arm, but it gets the most amount of pressure. That's probably why I don't fish it. And it's the furthest from my house, but I thought for the series it would be the biggest, most diverse creek to be able to do this series in. So the lake's really low. I'm learning a lot while I'm out here. Water temperature is 56 degrees. You know, it hadn't really warmed up any. It's kind of like I thought it was going to be. You know, we had a major front come through, and it's a tough bite today. So those first 5 bites that I got right off the bat are looking pretty good. I thought that was Moby Dick for a minute. Oh! Man, I got snagged up, and the instant I got that thing loose, that sucker right there ate it. It's been a little while since I've caught one. You know, we've moved. We got out of the back of that creek, and we've come all the way up that right side, and I told my cameraman, I was like, man, I just don't think we got enough wind over here. And we got over here on this windy side, and bam, we caught that one right there. Thanks, buddy. All right, I'm gonna put a waypoint, 2-pounder. There's a good one. Golly. What do I got? Look at this one. Oh, it's a dadgum drum. No wonder. I thought I had a big one. He ate that thing though. Destroyed my spinnerbait. Look at that. The very first piece of dadgum wood I come to, I get a bite. Oh, it's a chunky one. Right on a trailer hook. Nice fish. I think they're on wood. I just don't have enough wood. Thanks, buddy. Put a waypoint right there. Oh, there's one. That's a good one. Golly, a dadgum biggin. Gosh almighty. Man, he hit me hard. That is so awesome. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, look at that one. Woo! Wow, what a fish. What a fish. Dadgummit. Yes, sirree. He choked that thing. Man, I had to come back in here where I was fishing these trees. I just wanted to see if the bite had stopped or if all the fish were back here. And yeah, you can see they're all back here. That's a good one, wouldn't you say? All right, guys, there it is, man. I'm gonna finish on this fish right here. I have fished all the way, almost all the way around this creek. I didn't go out towards the mouth, but I fished every bit of it. And man, you look at these waypoints, all my bites came in one area. The other two kind of have some similarities. I'm gonna have a lot of fun doing this series, guys. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I'm gonna learn a lot from it. I just promise you I am. So, all my damage today came on this spinnerbait. Nothing fancy at all. Just a 1/2 ounce spinnerbait, chartreuse and white. I got, the thing is called The Deal. It's a Berkeley trailer spinnerbait, vibrating jig type trailer. Everything came on that. That's just a 1/2 ounce, nothing special. Tandem Willa, 20-pound test on the rod, fluorocarbon, of course, a 6/8 platinum reel, a 7'1" medium heavy rod. That was all the damage. That was everything. So now what we're gonna do, I'm gonna go back and I am gonna show you all the waypoints. Every one of them, of all the fish catches. Remember, the red is under 3 pounds and all the greens are over 3 pounds. So come check it out. All right, so as we go through this, and this is what I fished. It's now 3:38, you can see right here on the screen. So we started at 11:30, what is that? 4 hours of fishing. We put in at that boat ramp right there, and I started fishing, actually, if you zoom in right here, I actually didn't start my trail too early. If you remember, I idled all the way back in the back of this pocket, back in here, and that is where all those shad were. And so I started fishing my way out, And boom, there was my first 3-pounder right there. That would have been fish number 1. My second one was right there, just in the back of this creek. And then we jumped across, my trail starts, so we jumped across and I came back this way and I idled back here, and then I started fishing back out this way. And there came my third fish, 887 right there. Another good 3-pound fish. And I came out, right there's the spot where the contours came out, and I said, man, we got to kind of come out. I caught one, went on down the bank, caught another one, and then I zoom out. I fish all the way out, and I fish this whole great channel swing. That red mark right there, that's where I felt like I lost a big one. You know, I went to look at my watch, and man, something ate it, and I set the hook, and I looked down there, and it's a big old bass, but I didn't catch it. Fished back into this pocket. Now, I didn't go out to the mouth. You know, this series, I'm for sure we'll fish more out here in the mouth of this thing, you know, later, maybe in the summertime or something, just for the time today. I turned back around, I idled straight across, and I started going right back in. Caught a 2-pounder right there. I caught that 2-pounder right there in the middle of that pocket off that stump. Fished all the way back in the back of the secondary creek, nothing, not a bite. Fished my way out, all the way around, then I come right back here to where we're sitting, just where I had all those other bites, and I'm just like, surely all the bass cannot be in this one pocket. And sure enough, I'm not back here 10 minutes, and I catch the best fish of the day right here on this spot where I said that contour line. The whole reason we came back here was to get an aerial shot of this contour line, and I catch another one. So that's my day, and that's what we're gonna do, guys. I'm gonna overlay these waypoints every time I come out here and fish this one creek this whole next year, and we're just gonna see where the majority of the bites come from. You know, when I look back at the day and I look at that bite there, and that bite there, one, these two both came off wood. That one I didn't catch. I'm shocked. I would have thought I'd have caught them on these channel swings, these bluff ends, you know, on rock. And yeah, I caught 2 fish there, but they weren't big ones. And that one there, it was a big one, but I didn't catch him. So I'm not 200% sure, you know, so it's just odd to me. All those fish came right here. Now I think back to the last few days, we've had a big south wind, you know, blow in before this front came in yesterday. So, you know, it could be a reason why there's so many shad back here. These fish are active, and why all my bites came right back here in the back of this pocket. So, awesome day, man. I'm gonna love this series, guys. Just love it. I'm gonna learn a lot from it, because I learned a ton today fishing in here. It's the first time I've ever fished all the way around the backside of this pocket. I've only been in here just a few times and not very long. So, man, just if you don't mind, hit that subscribe button, leave me a comment, hit that bell. Share this with somebody else that you think might help them. It's going to be a fun series, and I'll try to get back out here. I'll wait another month, you know, let this water temperature, you know, get back down or change, because right now we're at 58, 57, 58. So I'll try to get back out here when it's, say, 47, 48, and we'll see if we can get any bites out here. And appreciate you guys following along and all the support. Tune in next week for another one. Thanks, guys.